The origin of the affair is that even if the moon sightings are different from zone to zone, from one part of the world to another part of the world, this does not negate the unity of the Muslim Ummah, because the unity of the Muslim Ummah is by what? By following the Sunnah. What is the Sunnah? The Sunnah is to go out and seek the moon on the 29th, on the night after the 29th day. And if it is seen as an origin, then the following day is without doubt the first of Ramadan. However, if it is not seen, and we know that to be the 29th day, then we complete the 30 days of Sha'ban, and then the following day is the first of Ramadan. That's the Sunnah. So if I follow that routine, or if I follow that methodology anywhere in the dunya, then we are united upon the Sunnah. Even if one group of people fast and begin their fasting on one day, and one group of people begin their fasting on another day, they are still united, because the unity is in the Sunnah, not in necessarily that you began fasting on the same day. And this is proven by the hadith of Quraib and Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhum. When Quraib started, he came to Medina in the month of Ramadan, and Abdullah ibn Abbas said, when did Muawiyah start fasting? He said that we started fasting, we saw the moon on Friday night, which is the day of Friday, and the night that comes after the day. So Friday night we saw the moon. So that's when they started to fast on the Saturday. As for Abdullah ibn Abbas, he said, as for us in Medina, then we started fasting when we looked for it on Saturday night, meaning that they started fasting on Sunday. So Ahlul Sham, they fasted on the Saturday, and Ahlul Medina fasted on the Sunday. So there was a day between them, a difference of a day. Yet Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhuma, that he did not rebuke Quraib, and he did not say to him that we are going to do anything different, or that we are going to make up anything based upon the sighting of the people of Sham. And that did not lead them to discuss with each other or to fall out with each other and say to each other that we are disunited over this affair. Because the Ummah unites itself actually upon the methodology of the book and the Sunnah. This is where unity lies. So these people who are now coming around and they're saying that, unity lies of the Muslim Ummah, that we all fast on exactly the same day, all over the world, then that is, number one, not possible because of the various moon sightings and because of the distribution of the lands. Of course, in a particular land, la shak, if you are living in a particular land, then no doubt the people of that land the Muslims of that land should be united underneath their Muslim ruler, and they should look for the sighting of the moon or complete the 30 days and begin the month of Ramadan, all of them united, because it's not permissible to oppose the Muslim ruler in that regard. Right? And likewise, even in Muslim minority countries, the Muslims should strive to be united in terms of the beginning of the month of Ramadan, as long as they follow the methodology of the Kitab and the Sunnah in seeking out the moon and completing the days of Sha'ban, either 29 if they saw the moon, then what would normally be the 30th day of Sha'ban, if the moon wasn't sighted, becomes the first day of Ramadan, because the moon has not been sighted. So the moon has been sighted, so that becomes the first day of Ramadan. If the moon is not sighted, then we complete the 30 days as the Prophet ﷺ commanded. And Shaykh al-Fawzan also makes the point that these are the very same people who criticize that they're not even united in their Aqidah or their Tawheed. Some of them worship graves, some of them are involved in superstitious practices, some of them have methodologies that are alien to the methodology of Ahlul Sunnati wal Jama'ah in their Aqidah and their methodology, and they want everyone to unite upon the crescent. Whereas in the Aqidah, they don't want to unite with you. They say, let the Ummah divide in the Aqidah. Let the Ummah divide in Tawheed. But as long as we're united upon the crescent. What kind of madness is this, ya ikhwan? Barakallahu feekum. Now, in the language of the Arab, and in the language of the text, the Quran and the Sunnah, the night precedes the day. This is why I said the night that follows Friday, because of course in Western usage and terminology, when we say Friday night, we mean it was Friday day, and then that night that comes after the Friday day is Friday night. But actually, for the Arab and for the Arabs and for the language of the text, then that is actually Saturday night. But I don't use that language when I'm speaking English, because that throws people off. Because if I say to you Saturday night, you would say, well, Saturday night comes after Saturday day. But in Arabic, Saturday night comes before the Saturday day. All right? So that would, what we would normally call Friday night, is actually Saturday night to the Arabs. But I don't want to really confuse you with that, because when you speak in the Arabic language, it comes normally, right? So you say Laylatul Sabt, which means Saturday night before Sunday. But in English language, you wouldn't say that. In English, you'd say Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and we all know what that means. Barakallahu feekum. So unity lies in following the Sunnah, even if different countries or different parts of the world may differ in their actual sighting of the moon. And that is possible, because it happened amongst the Sahaba, as we mentioned, the narration of Qurayb and Abdullah ibn Abbas. Barakallahu feekum. Unity is upon the usul and the qawaid and the principles and the methodology. This is where unity is. So tell them to come and unite upon the tawheed and the aqidah. This is where the unity lies. Adherence to the kitab and the sunnah, not to this Sufi path or that Ikhwani path or that Tablighi path. Abandon all of those sects, come to the kitab and the sunnah. That's where unity is. Barakallahu feekum. Jazakumullahu khairah.